Jerome from PyrospheriA, and I play rhythm guitar and backing vocals. Our band started back in late 2013. Myself and Rafael Tan, formerly of Rabbit String, decided to join forces with Jonathan Montalvo, previously from Niartica. So our objective back then was to collect all the songs that we've written from our previous bands, then record and perform it under PyrospheriA. So after a few months after our formation and a couple of gigs after that, we decided to start the recording process of our songs. Unfortunately, it was hampered by a lot of personal changes. Our band has been basically a revolving door for 2014 and first half of 2015. And before that, when one of our founding members, Rafael Tan, decided to leave the country for work, so he had to leave the band, basically. We started to have a stable lineup in 2015, starting with Keral Stephen Apayart on bass, and later on Jeff Harris Filosofo on lead guitar. We had a stable 4-piece lineup with me playing vocals. Back then, we started focusing on doing gigs for 2015 up to 2017.
My name is Herald. I play the bass for PyrospheriA. I met this guy, a workmate, a friend with Jerome. We had a gig. They've invited me to join that particular gig. And then I've met Jerome, which is our guitarist back there. And he mentioned that they're looking for a bass player for their band PyrospheriA. After that gig, we discussed and Jerome gave me the list of the songs, the MP3 files and all that. It was metal. It was very new to me. Hindi ako nakikinig ng metal back then. And so upon listening to it, medyo nanibago ako. And then Jerome invited me to try and rehearse with them for a gig. Back then, ang members ay si Jerome and si Jonathan Montalvo, Bulldozer. And I was impressed by these two guys. Their talent is, phenomenal, one of a kind, and I was surprised and amazed din sa outcome and didn't expect na magiging ganito. And it's actually my first gig with PyrospheriA 2015 of live. After that gig, Jerome approached me and said, it's safe to say that you are now the basis of PyrospheriA.
Hi, ako si Jeff Harris Filosofo, gitarista ng PyrospheriA. Naging member ako ng Pyro nung nakita ko yung post ni Jerome na naghahanap sila ng gitarista. Eksakto, naghahanap rin ako ng banda. So yun, pinalad naman na ako yung na-invite nila. Nag-jam kami sa Pasig. Nakita ko si Jonis, pumalo. Ayun, nag-double peds. Nakanganga ako dun sa studio. Sabi ko, halimaw tong hayop na to. Tapos yun, dun ko na na-meet sila Herald. Kalakasan ng Aldab nun kalakasan ng Aldab. Tapos, yun na, dun na ako nagkaroon ng experience sa mga bar kasi hindi pa ako nakaranas ng gig. Kasi ang mga tugtugan ko lang sa sa barangay lang. Pag may birthday yung tropa mo, may binyag, mga kasal, ganyan. Kung ano lang yung mabuo nyo.
Hi, this is Jonathan, drummer of PyrospheriA. So I've been with the band since 2013. I am one of the two-headed monsters of PyrospheriA together with Jerome Villanueva. So I met Jerome around 2012 during a Metalheads Unite. So he was playing Metallica. I was influenced heavily by Metallica. So after which we tried to merge our bands, we decided to do so. So we kind of played Metallica and some of the heavy stuffs of the thrash era of heavy metal bands. That's how PyrospheriA was born.
Hey, Eman Binodo of PyrospheriA here. Got recruited by Jerome Villanueva, the guitarist and of course the songwriter of the band. And our life during the pandemic right now is kind of hard since we can't practice together. We can jam, we can write songs together. So it's kind of hard right now. Influences are Iron Maiden, Pantera, Metallica, some thrash, power, progressive metal.
Bad influence sila Jerome. Hindi, influences ko sa paggitara sila, Paul Gilbert, Amstein, Eric Johnson, Steve Vai, Satch, Brandon Ellis, Kirk Hammett, mga Pinoy naman si Manuel Legarda, Fahed Tan, Patrick Cruz, Fidel De Jesus, Perp De Castro, Jomal, Noel Mendez, as yung dalawang Russell, si Russell Manaloto tsaka si Russell De La Cruz.
My influences are James Hetfield, Adrian Smith, Yannick Gers, and Richie Sambora.
Matagal din akong nag-play sa church and decided to, cover songs from the 80s, 90s and all that. That includes yung mga alternative rock, pops, and emo from back in the year 2000, 2010. I was addicted to the thrash by the band Mr. Big. I was into Skid Row back then, and then later on sa Dream Theater, but mostly na-amaze ako and inspiration ko yung si Billy Sheehan of Mr. Big.
The songwriting process for the songs under Trapped in Dementia is quite varied, from collaborative work and those that were recorded the way it was written. So, one of the examples for collaborative work would be Trapped in Dementia, where Jonathan provided me a drum track, then I laid out the guitar parts. Then, for an example for the songs that were recorded the way it was written was The Wanderer, because there were no changes that were made prior to the songwriting process.
When it comes to our influences, it's a combined effort based on a lot of types of heavy music. But for me, mainly, if we're talking about drummers and drumming as influence, I have my own big four when it comes to playing drums. So first of all, it's going to be, of course, Lars Ulrich of Metallica. And then I have the late great Joey Jordison, because I also play Slipknot with another group called Philippines. And then I have Mike Portnoy as one of my influences. And the biggest one would be Lamb of God, Chris Adler. My drumming styles are heavily influenced by all of those drummers that I mentioned. So when it comes to the writing process, it was a conjoined project of me and Jerome to combine all the songs coming from Neardica, which my band during the time I met him. And then the songs he tried to wrote during this time in Rabbit Stream. Kind of worked out. Some of the songs, some of the riffs were changed by Jerome. The things that you listened so far in our EP, which is Trapped in Dementia. So Trapped in Dementia is one of my songs, or one of the songs that I've written, and it's very heavily influenced by Pantera, and the lyrics is based on my experience during the time that I was a nurse. Would you believe I am a nurse before? For some of the songs coming from PyrospheriA, like Gabay, it's just a frustration from a battle of the bands lost that I experienced during that run with Neardica. So I wrote about it, and that's what happens when you lose and get inspired at the same time. One more song that I have wrote for the EP is Midnight Death Machine. Originally, it was a Tagalog song called Iyong Mundo, and then Jerome and I decided to revamp the lyrics, and it became Midnight Death Machine, based on Jerome's experience with traveling at night, riding buses. Hell yeah!
Thank you to Duro, Cabeza de Cavite for selecting us as an artist of the month. Thank you.
So thank you for supporting our band's music. Thank you for supporting the music of the other bands from Cavite and beyond. Not only the bands, the artists, but also the businesses around the province of Cavite. Again, maraming salamat sa inyong lahat.
Buti na lang nandyan si DJ Thundergod. Tinag ako ni Jerome, pinatugtog yung Midnight Death Machine sa Duro. Yun, malaking tulong yun kasi kahit pandemic, wala tayong gig. Yung mga underground bands natin, na-appreciate pa din. Gawa ng mga katulad nila DJ Thundergod. Sila yung mga naging daan kahit walang mga gig. Tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung OPM music.